Ever since, like, I don't know, I guess I started speaking and walking and going to school, I would actually make my cousins and especially my brother, he was like forced to be my student, and I was the principal and the teacher. I would make up math, whatever I was learning, he was learning. He was always like, why do I have to do this? I'm like, because I'm telling you it's going to benefit you for your future and all this stuff. And it's so funny because sometimes when he was like getting into trouble in my classroom, which was my bedroom, I would kick him out. My mom's like, no, go back and you have to learn. Like, you have to go and figure things out. But he enjoyed it overall, I think, and hope. I believe I was around 8th grade when my mom was going through a hard time because my dad had got diagnosed with cancer. We went through the whole time of like just her coming home late at nights. Like sometimes I wouldn't see her till 11:30, 12 o'clock at night because she'd be with my dad at the hospital, like trying to help him, bring food to him or whatever that she could do, while I was with the boys and help them with their homework, make sure that they showered, make sure that they were going to bed on time. The impact that it made in my life was realizing that I have to step up to be the role model. It's not about me, it's about helping other people and helping my family. I look back to some of these students and they have some difficult lives. Some of them, when I get to like hear about their story or whenever parent-teacher conferences come around and I actually get to meet the parents, they tell me, oh, we're going through this, or this is happening currently in our lives. Like, I was experiencing that as a young girl as well. So trying to like be a positive impact in the classroom and trying to like encourage them and make it a safe place in the classroom is the number one thing for me.
I think what drives her is the passion she has for teaching and being better, not just as a teacher, but as a person and as a whole for students and as well as community.
I've known Saraí since we went to school together at the University of Arizona. Known her for 2 years. We've been teaching together for 3 years. Ever since I've known her, she's always wanted to be a teacher. She loved working with kids. She loves to make a difference in their lives, whether it's in school or whether they're working together outside in a community program. She just wants to be involved in shaping kids' lives.
As an English learner, I can remember as a child being in a classroom where my teacher did not speak Spanish, and I struggled with that. So I appreciate so much the fact that Mrs. Martinez can speak to her children in 2 languages and help them learn at a young age.
Saraí makes a huge impact on her students. She makes them feel comfortable and welcome in her classroom, and she really tries hard to involve her students in everything, regardless if they're an English language learner or not. Saraí really tries so hard and does so well with making them feel like they're part of the culture in that classroom.
She really is just exceptional. She is at the end of her 3rd year, and as we all know, it has been a very unusual 3 years in the world and in education as well. And she has persevered through that and managed, despite the pandemic, to build relationships with kids, to make sure that they were growing academically, growing socially, and really is just a master at building relationships with families and children. So I'm just proud of her.
I don't know, it's just amazing. I never thought that I would be nominated for this. All the hard work, the hours, the time that I have put in, and even other teachers have put in with me to work together. It's just an honor just to have and a blessing, and I couldn't have done it by myself because I had a team and I had my parents who were always tagging along with me and just people who were supporting me and saying, you're doing a good job.